Well, we are getting ready to get these two teams on the track. I'm going to be sending it over to King for the first intro. King, who do you have?
Well, the first team going to be skating out today is going to be the Death Scar Derby Droids. Starting with number 11, Jinja Ninja. Number 111, the Flying Squirrel. 129, Reigning Madness. 138, Demon Speed. 17, Chickadee Revenge. 2, Donut Mess With Me. 31, Kid Vicious. 32, Stitch. 36, Big Bang Fury. 423, Spencer. 456, Wicked Willow. And 904, Ruby Slipper. Once again, it's the Death Scar Derby Droids.
Now make some noise for the Little Red Riveters! Number 023, Sharpshooter. Number 12, Mercury. Number 13, Fulagura. Number 17, Trickster. Number 203, Demon Jockey. Number 26, Mace of Spades. Number 29, Rubinator. Number 42, Sloth Mode. Number 444, Wheel Savage. Number 50, the Captain, Showtime. And number 853, Misdemeanor. It's the Little Red Riveters. All right, so we are getting this game off the ground. Just a reminder, some differences between the game you just saw and the game you're about to see. This game will happen in 2 30-minute halves as opposed to 2 20-minute halves. And full contact engagement is permitted in this game.
That's right. In the last game, they did modify it. It is toned down a little bit for the littler folks. Let them get a better grasp of the game without getting rocked around with those big hits. But once they hit the puberty stage, it's no holds barred.
Once their bones density increases a little bit. Little Red Riveter Trickster is jamming first off, going up against Demon Speed for the Droids.
And just like that, Trickster is out as your lead jammer.
Early offense coming from Wheel Savage, trying to carve out a little hole, but that jam is called off. Lickety-split, 0-0. And just a reminder for those who are new to us, you've let your eyes relax in the first game, trying to figure out what's going on. A reminder to you that both jammers on the track can score at the same time. What they are competing for is to grab lead jammer status, which then puts you in control of the jam clock.
Ruby Slipper's out on the track for the Death Scar Derby Droids, getting knocked around, taken out of bounds. And a high block being called, and so it is now a power jam for the Little Red Riveters.
That pivotal pick set by Full Agora of the Riveters neutralized that line from the inside, allowing Sharpshooter through.
Nice little swing right there and a miss as Sharpshooter does get through again, picking up another 5 points. Spencer doing a nice job knocking everybody around. Ended up jumping to the middle position, but is holding down that inside line nicely. And this jam comes to an end. 5 more points being picked up by the Little Red Riveters.
Wearing the star for the Death Scar is Reigning Madness, going up against Mace of Spades for the Riveters.
And just like that, Mace of Spades trying to go up against that wall. Runs into Big Bang Fury, and that is not a place you want to be defensively. She is owning it out there, knocking the jammer to the inside line.
Nice wall protection coming from the Rubinator.
Wow, that was a nice shot. Oh, no, she did get that cut. I thought she had gotten through, and she draws that cut.
Well, it's a good thing you're not on the track wearing stripes.
Well, you know.
We leave it to the pros.
That's right. They're the pros. You know, you skated with me. You know how this works.
You look better up here in checkers.
And we've got another cut track down there. That's going to be on number 42, Sloth Mode.
Great foot speed control by Reigning Madness.
Big Bang Fury tries to come in and put a wallop on number 50, Showtime, but it was a swing and a miss.
Big Bang Fury doing a great job of identifying who the immediate threat to her jammer is and posting up, leaving nothing back and just dropping skaters to their knees. Really contentious. Big jam that last round for the Droids. 19 points picked up, taking them out of that zero base. Now in the lead, 19-14.
Trickster starting way back at the top of the apex. Well, never mind. Now she heard me talk about it, so
She's
she had to
just
skate
messing
up.
with you.
Yeah, messing me all up.
Right down the middle, Demon Speed is out. Lead jammer.
Trickster finally gets out and calls it off.
PDX Pipeline, your online source for Portland's music, arts, and events happenings. PDX Pipeline.
Sharpshooter jamming for the Riveters, going up against Ruby Slippers for the Droids.
She engages that wall, tries to work to the inside and back to the out. Just a nice little jump and tries to get around the back of Stitch, but Stitch locked it up and forced her to go back to the inside.
And it's a testament to the toe-stop skills of Ruby Slippers. Showtime had a really great almost driving out hit all the way to the outside line, but did not finish it through. And Ruby Slippers just eked on by to grab that lead jammer status.
Oh, that was a nice hit. Chickadee Revenge. She was holding down that inside line and said, "You shall not pass," locking down Sharpshooter.
Nice self-assist around the outside, but right into the business end of Showtime with the Spirit Fingers to boot.
Bridgeport Brewing at the concession stand. Check your Bridgeport beer cup. 3 lucky winners will drink Bridgeport on RCR this afternoon. See the bar for detail.
I read what they tell me, like Ron Burgundy.
Nice hit to the inside. But the jammer jumps back up. Mace of Spades still trying to work her way through that pack. Wicked Willow dropping a nice hit and cinching that wall, holding in the jammer.
Oh no, misdemeanor indeed. Doing what misdemeanor do. Breaking the dreams of jammers this side of the Rockies. Eking up that inside unscathed. Mace of Spades picking up a fistful. 5 points in that pass.
Well, she came in that time, and Mace of Spades rocked the back of that wall and actually shook a bunch of things loose. Flying Squirrel jumped in there and gave a wallop. Kid Vicious also guides her out of bounds and forces that call off.
OHSU Sports Medicine is proud to be the official medical care team of the Rose City Rollers.
Only 2 points separating these teams. We're in for a game today. I'm excited about it.
I love games like this where they just keep trading scores. Trickster and Reigning Madness are your jammers out there. Reigning Madness runs up front and rocks that red wall, but is stuck in trying to get through corner number 1. Reigning Madness is through as your lead jammer.
Trickster came in hot.
3 points being picked up by the Descar Derby Droids. We got a score right now of 31-26, 5 points separating these two teams.
Deb Counts Tabor, let Deb guide you home. Proud realtor sponsor of the Rose City Rollers. Welcome to PDX.com.
Misdemeanor jamming for the Riveters going up against Demon Speed for the Derby Droids.
Demon Speed getting knocked out and taken back.
Beautiful pirouette around the last line of defense. Misdemeanor is the lead jammer.
Well, he's doing a nice job out there getting through that pack. Now he's directing traffic. And with that 2-wall set up, easily breaks through, picks up all of those points.
Misdemeanor being one of the more punishing blockers out there. He's really not afraid to just go in and muscle the way through the wall. Fantastic jamming. Only 1 point separating these two teams now.
Well, this is definitely how I wanted to spend my Sunday afternoon, with one of these games where they just are going to trade punches until someone is victorious.
Mercury jamming for the Riveters going up against Ruby Slippers for Death Scar. It is Mercury out, lead jammer.
Ruby Slippers came in very, very hot and heavy and put a gigantic hit on Showtime trying to get through.
Amazing containment by the Derby Droids. Stitch got there just in the nick of time. It is a lead change. The Riveters pull ahead 32-31.
Two-Town Cider, damn fine cider made here in the Pacific Northwest. Available at the concessions.
Oh, a nice big hit to the back of Demon Jockey. Demon Jockey slow to recover, and Reigning Madness is through. Is the lead jammer, but Trickster's out in front. Yeah, yep, she's going to force that call off.
Unbelievable speed Trickster popped up with and swam around the outside.
WSL Leadership Coaching, helping you be more awesome in your work, sport, and life.
Sharpshooter jamming for the Riveters. Going up against Demon Speed for the Death Scar.
Demon Speed right now trying to get around the back of Rubinator, and she is eking along at a snail's pace.
Fastest assignment of lead jammer yet, just over 1 second.
Sharpshooter is out, picks up another 5 points. Wheels are blowing, or whistles are blowing down here like it's a rave on the track.
Nice kick. No, she struck. No, she didn't.
Oh, that was very nice. Sharpshooter missed the mark and stepped out of bounds, picking up a cut track.
I see what you did there. And the entire mezzanine groans.
I didn't groan. That was a good one.
It's a dubious assessment from the likes of you. This jam will go the full 2 minutes.
You guys, I'm here all afternoon, and so it's dad joke o'clock.
Dad Joke Sunday, starring the King.
Rubinator and Showtime did a nice job slowing down and knocking down Demon Speed. Demon Speed still trying to get around the back of that wall. 2 penalties being called on 12 and 13. Lucky they didn't have a 14 on the track. Kid Vicious gets the star pass. Oh, and she is in a power jam. She took flight, picked up 4 points, and made those 4 points look easy.
Only 2 blockers representing the Riveters on the track. That droid blocker advantage really coming to task right now.
Well, Demon Speed jumped in there and bumped the outside line open, made it real easy for her to pick up those points. Riveters holding on to a 5-point lead as long as the refs don't hold up more fingers and prove me wrong. Puns, what do you got?
Voodoo Donut, the magic is in the hole. Proud sponsor of the Rose City Rollers and the Wheels of Justice.
We are going to start this next jam in a power jam. Death Scar Derby Joys got Donut Mess With Me on the track as their jammer.
Donut Mess With Me is lead jammer. Donut Mess With Me. Yet another one to watch as she grows through the Rose City program. Did start out as a rose petal, now holding her own with the Derby Droids.
Oh, and a penalty being picked up on Donut Mess With Me.
Misdemeanor drew that.
That was drawn by Misdemeanor.
Was it a low block, I believe?
Cut.
It was a cut track. All right.
So once again, this jam will go the full 2 minutes. A decisive shift from the first 10 minutes of gameplay where we saw a lot of really quick, short jams being called.
Nice blocking right down in front of me. That is Flying Squirrel with a flying hit. And Sharpshooters got to go back. Demon Jockey picking up a blocking with the head penalty. He's going to scooch herself at Demon Speed all the way back to the penalty box.
No, Demon Speed's on the other team. Who's on first?
Wow.
Demon jockey.
It was Demon Jockey. Yeah.
I know, but you said, I know. I'm
Oh,
making
man.
a joke. It's that, see again, they're
There's
so
so
funny
many-
when you have to
I know.
explain the jokes. That means they're really sophisticated.
So much going on here. Sharpshooter does a little fake and bake move, and just like that, Donut Mess With Me does get through, picks up another 5-point pass.
Great pitching of the weight and shifting real quick from the out to the in.
This jam is going to come to an end, and what started as a tied game has Death Guard Derby Droids jumping up with a lead of 19-5 in that last jam.
Awesome one-on-one by Wheel Savage at the dying moments of that jam.
Killer Burger, 5 minutes to burgers, beer, and bottomless fries. Killer Burger.
All right, T's crossed. Lowercase J's dotted.
Rainy Madness is your jammer out there for the Death Guard Derby Droids. Trickster's the jammer. They always seem to be paired up in this. Trickster almost got out, but that was a fantastic recovery by Stitch to take her out in turn number 2.
Great hustle and backwards waterfall defense happening by the Derby Droids. Looking to protect the little lead they have.
Oh, Trickster picking up a back block penalty. She will cool her wheels in the penalty box for the next 30 seconds. Fantastic track awareness by Randy Mattis to keep in bounds, scooch around backwards, and pick up all 5 of those points.
Wow.
Beautiful swing from the outside to the in. 5 points made to look easy on that pass. Trickster stuck in arguably the worst position on the track, but slowly but surely carving out before Big Bang Fury drops all the way back.
Showtime picking up a multiplayer block and is sent to the penalty box.
Great assault on that inside line by the Big Bang Fury, making it hard for Trickster to even re-enter. 14 points picked up on that jam by the Derby Droids, and we are in a team timeout called by the Little Red Riveters.
And a team timeout is a great time to tell you about the raffle basket. Over $460 value today. $1 gets you 1 ticket, $5 gets you 10, $20 gets you the height of yourself or a tall friend. In the basket, a $100 Porcano gift certificate. That is a lot of tacos, folks, or tacos and margaritas. You know, we're not judging. There's yarn, snacks and candy, arts and crafts supplies, Starbucks gift certificate and gear, a haircut from Joseph over at Propaganda, makeup bag, Betsy and I earrings. There's a sweet Snuggie in there. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff. Get your raffle tickets now.
Look at them all lined up on the pivot line, all nostalgia-like.
I know, kind of like the old days of roller derby.
The ancient days of roller derby, like way back in 2010 even.
Back when Layla SmackDown first started?
Not that old.
Oh, okay.
On my wooden wheels.
Oh, and there's a cut track of Mace's Spades was out for a brief second, but she stepped out of bounds to do it.
Demon Speed is lead jammer for the Death Scar.
Five points being picked up by Demon Speed. Back block call being called. That's going to be on Jinja Ninja.
That's such a good name. I love that name. Nice inside line protection coming from Wheel Savage.
Spencer, the last line of defense, does a nice hit. Oh, a swing and a miss, though.
Great hustle up by the Death Scar.
Excellent speed right there to get caught back up. Mace of Spades forces a call off from the Death Scar Derby Droids.
Blaze Streaming Media. The live broadcast of tonight's bout is brought to you by Blaze Streaming Media.
Randomly, but
We are at full force on the track. I spoke too soon. We are going to see Trickster heading to the penalty blocks for a multiplayer block penalty. And
Well-
it looks like she's being waved back on the track.
yeah, there was a multiplayer call. I think she thought it was called on her, but it wasn't. So therefore, she went to the penalty box and was whistled back on because it was on the opposing blocker, not on her. But it's the number 17.
One of few times I celebrate conservatism because she still got through really fast. If she had been called off the track and hadn't gone, it could have led to an insubordination penalty, hence more time not scoring points. So
Right.
kudos for that.
Yeah, instead, she picked up 4 points and was able to stay on the track and continue to force that call off.
Oaks Amusement Park, home of the Rose City Rollers and the place to purchase your Derby gear.
Do Not Mess With Me is down on the line for the Death Scar Derby Droids as your jammer. Showtime is your jammer for the Little Red Riveters.
First time Showtime wears the star, and to marvelous effect, Showtime is lead jammer.
Spencer out front with a beautiful hit on Showtime. She's going to take her back all the way to the straightaway.
Again, great conscientiousness showed by Spencer there.
Yeah, there was a cut track. Don't Mess With Me got knocked out of bounds. I think she cut just about every player out there when she came back in.
Well, go big or go home.
That's
or
right.
go to the penalty box.
Yeah.
Showtime, another jammer that is so impactful when it comes to just hitting that you have to really get much more than just a chintzy little shoulder in to get in Showtime's way. Charging full bore into Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer ain't going to put up with that, though. She just rubbed it off.
Rubinator.
Slippery. Yeah,
yeah.
Rubinator. Rubinator came in and said, no, we're going to get this party going.
How dare you treat my jammer in such a way?
Well, and that's the way you got to do it. You got to stick up for your jammer, and when things got to be thrown down, it's time to throw down. You got to get in there.
That was the Riveters' biggest jam.
And that has been the Riveters' biggest jam so far. 14 points picked up in that jam.
I believe they're talking about the score and making sure there was corrections. I was noticing the refs all in the center were holding fingers up and pointing fingers in different directions, and what they wanted to do was drop the score by 4 points. as there was one too many accumulated for the Death Scar Derby Droids.
A few jams ago, correct?
2 jams ago, yes.
Yes, okay. Once again, so much love and respect to our hard-working officiating crew out there.
Oh, yeah, we got some of the best in the world right here in this building.
They literally run international clinics on how to do what they do.
Yes,
and I'm
they do.
not abusing the word literally.
Trickster having an open lane on the inside. Holy smokes! Trickster giving a little love tap down there to number 31, Kid Vicious.
Wanted to be where Kid Vicious was. Made it so. And tiptoeing around the outside.
I don't know who sponsors her and those toe stops, but they should definitely give her a full scholarship for that. That was beautiful work out there. Wow!
And right down the middle, great awareness also, made sure not to get in the way of her blockers that were focusing their attention on Donut Mess With Me.
Nice little Trickster does a great little job out there, spinning around. She's at 14 points right now.
Amazing blocker assist. Donut Mess With Me, putting Mace of Spades on that outside and then forcing the run back.
Low block being called on Kid Vicious and knocking down little Trickster. She's going to call it off. So with that last jam, I do believe 16 points were picked up. They are now 9 points down, and Death Scar had really pulled away.
30 points in the last 2 jams.
Yeah, they have.
A real momentum shift from the time the Riveters called their timeout. Now, immediately following their timeout, their jammer did go to the penalty box. I'm going to chalk it up to exuberance to the new plan and the chit chat that happened. But ever since that moment, they have been not so slowly carving away at the deficit to where we are right now, only 9 points separating. And that was the biggest jam for the Riveters to date, 16 points in this game so far. Just over 5 minutes left in this first half. We are going to have a really fun mashup game at the half. It's going to be red light, green light, 1, 2, 3 pony racing.
Wow, there's a lot going on right there.
Luckily, you don't have to wait too long to figure out what it's going to look like. And then we'll do the raffle drawing. So
All right.
grab your raffle tickets while you can. Time is running out to be eligible.
There's some great stuff in that raffle basket, including a Snuggie of a shark, which I want. Wow, sharpshooter, while I was babbling, scooted sideways along the outside line and is your lead jammer.
Raining Madness caught some air on the hit that leveled her. And now Full Agora telling fellow blockers exactly where they should be. Great recycling to the front.
Sharpshooter gets through, picking up a grand slam, 5 points. Incredible offense being laid down on the outside. Sharpshooter gets through, picking up another 4. And what is going on? It is a tied game.
What?
Yeah, we need some more cheering for that. It is a tied game. This is the derby that I love right here.
Full pack, chomping at the bit. Demon Speed jams for Death Scar, going up against Trickster.
Trickster engages and almost got all the way through Big Bang Fury though. Drops her. Trickster's your lead jammer. Right now, Little Red Riveters got all the momentum.
Once Trickster gets some speed going, it's really hard for even the biggest blockers to catch a piece of her. A lot of her strength comes with her speed.
Well, we don't play around with injuries, and someone was shaken and not getting up, so we wanted to call that jam down, and we'll get this game back underway as soon as we make sure everybody's okay. Give her a big round of applause, guys.
Mace of Spades jams for the Riveters going up against Ruby Slippers for the Droids.
Ooh, Ruby Slippers making short work of that pack, smashing through and getting to the other side.
The dark side moves fast. That is the first time Death Scar has gotten lead jam in the last 5 jams.
5 points being picked up by Ruby Slippers on that pass. Wow! Ruby Slippers with a quick step, making it look really easy. This jam comes to an end. Death Scar Derby Droids came out with some ferocity and pulled ahead once again by 9 points.
Tonkin.com, the largest selection of new and used autos in the Pacific Northwest, is only a click away at Tonkin.com.
Trickster and Rainy Madness are your jammers down on the track. Back block penalty picked up on Raining Madness, giving Trickster a power jam, and she's your lead jammer.
This is Trickster's 9th jam out of 20. Aside from youth, I would like to know what kind of vitamins Trickster takes and what she has for breakfast. Great defense coming from Death Scar, doing what they can to squash this power jam. Nice offense coming from Sharpshooter.
Oh, yep, and a cut track is called on Trickster.
Just at the same moment that Raining Madness emerges on the initial pass. That was a textbook power jam kill. Not only did the only defenseman on the track not allow the power jammer to advance whatsoever, but with it ending in a trip to the penalty box.
Oh, that was a nice hit by Wheel Savage, but Rainy Madness brushed it off, and another gigantic hit was what came in and took down Rainy Madness.
You gotta love a hammer nail opportunity when you see it. Trickster is out, 5 points picked up. And just at the last moment, an apex jump to tie. Is that's gonna lead us to only change? No, we're
4 more points. Well, 5 points was picked up. So right now we've got a 5-point game. Wow.
This will be the last jam of this half.
Maybe.
And another back block penalty.
That's on the Mace of Spades. Demon Speed's out there working inside to out. They opened up the inside and made it real easy for Demon Speed.
Or at least made it look easy. We know by now that none of this is easy. Little early offense coming from Death Scar, but it looks like Demon Speed is going to be forced to trudge through that alone, picking up those 5 points.
That was some great defense. Fulgora taking that inside line and knocking out Demon Speed.
Fantastic awareness shown all game so far by Fulgora, not only for the opposing jammer, but for exactly where her teammates are and getting to them as quickly as possible.
Well, they call off this jam. It's halftime. We've got right now what's looking like about a 10-point game. Of course, they put points up as soon as I give a score. But we're going into halftime, so wait, just give us a few minutes, and we've got some fun games down on the track that we're all going to enjoy.
All right, all right. The skaters are ready to get back at it, as are we. Some interesting statistics for you. The Death Scar Derby Droids have jammed 4 different skaters in that last half. The Riveters, 6 different jammers. 6 out of 11 of their roster have jammed today. Going at it at the moment is Trickster up against Ruby Slippers for Death Scar.
High block being called on, I believe that is full Agora. Oh, it is Mercury. Well, the number was folded on her back, and so that 12 looked like a 13. But Mercury now sitting in the penalty box for a direction of play.
Trickster shrugging off a last-ditch hit, showing off them fancy backward crossovers, emerging on the initial.
Ruby Slipster gets through, picking up all 4 of her points, and then calls off this jam.
Sweet 16 separating these 2 teams.
Mace of Spades is going to be down there as one of your next jammers, and she will be going up against Reigning Madness.
Death Scar with a slight blocker advantage at the moment, proving successful as Reigning Madness is lead jammer.
Spencer getting a nice big hit from Wheel Savage, who was trying to pick up Mace of Spades, but she easily got through. Death Scar Derby Droids coming out very hot and heavy in this first 2 jams of the half, and have gotten lead jammer and scorer, pushing the lead up to 20.
Garden Bar. Grab a Garden Bar wrap at concessions and check your program to see if there might be a $2 off coupon in there.
Sharpshooter jams for the Riveters up against Demon Speed.
Sharpshooter trying to get through that open lane. Big Bang Fury jumped in and shut it. But Sharpshooter socked everybody to the outside, then ran back to the inside, becoming your lead jammer. Three points being picked up by the Riveters.
I think the theme so far is quick and punchy jams.
Yeah.
No grandstanding, not when it's so evenly matched. It's just get the points, do as little damage as far as penalties are concerned, and just call it off.
Trickster and Ruby Slippers once again on the jammer line for their teams. Trickster getting dumped in turn 1 on the inside line.
Rubinator setting up shop on that outside, forcing the reapproach.
Oh, that's a nice move by Ruby. Slipper eking by at the top of the apex and becoming your lead jammer.
Trickster around the backside of that last line of defense. Nice defense coming from the Riveters, forcing that reapproach.
Wow. Trickster coming in with some fury at the end of that jam and connecting with Spencer. Both of them taking a big tumble there on the ground as that jam comes to an end.
Spencer really doing a great job of playing toll collector, rent master of that inside line. Can't get by without paying the toll to Spencer.
Nope.
Reigning Madness jams for the Death Scar up against Mace of Spades.
Back block being called on Reigning Madness. Mace of Spades in a power jam. And she's your lead jammer.
Great awareness by Riveters blockers. The moment they realized that it was a power jam, they crashed down on every blocker that was focused on Mace of Spades.
Wow, Big Bang Fury with a gigantic hit.
How did she get up so quickly from that?
I would still be down.
I'm going to be bruised from that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Beautiful reinforcing of that outside.
All right, so good eyes by Mace of Spades to see that Big Bang Fury was out of bounds when she got knocked out. Well, in case you guys thought that maybe the Death Scar Derby Droids were going to run away with this, we now once again have a 7-point difference between these two teams.
Folagori trying to catch a little piece of Big Bang Fury. Second highest jam by the Riveters that last round, 15 points picked up. Narrowing the Death Scar's lead, only 6 points separating these two teams.
We'd like to thank Betsy and Aya Jewelry, Fran's Bakery, Protolis Insoles, and Red Bull.
This is looking like an official review. Looks like it's being initiated by the Riveters. We're going to let the officials put their smart parts together and come up with a response for us. This is a really great lineup. These two teams faced off against each other just in October. It was not this close a game. So kudos if the Riveters went back, reviewed some footage. We're going to hit it down to Nitty and see what's up.
Okay, the red team is requesting a high block penalty on black 360 against their jammer.
Okay, so yes, basically the Riveters did call that. They're requesting a high block call be assessed against one of the members of the Derby Droids. We'll check in and see what the results of this is.
Oh my god, does that kid have a Vader hoodie? Oh my god.
Okay, the consensus is that the red jammer initiated the contact and not the black blocker, and therefore the no call will stand and they will not retain their review.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Diddy. That was a great...
I love this new system of just, rather than us translating the words that are coming out of the important people's mouths, let them use their words accordingly.
Yeah. They're smart enough, they're good enough, and gosh darn it, people like them.
It's so true. Thank you, Stuart Smalley. Back at it. Misdemeanor is going to be jamming for the Riveters. Demon Speed jams for the Droids. And lead jammer. It's a seesaw this half. They're taking turns who gets lead, who scores the most points. This is a heck of a game.
Well, Spencer did a nice job knocking the jammer out in turn number 1, but she also went out of bounds, which gave a free pass to run away. What you got down there? Stuffing things?
All right. On your way out tonight, don't forget to grab your $10 coupon for Betsy and Aya. Also, you can get into all games, including the private bout, by purchasing a season pass at RoseCityRollers.com.
Sharpshooter again on the line, looking to take that inside line. She is going up against Ruby Slipper.
Mace of Spades thwarted Ruby Slipper's plans for that outside, but Ruby does get through. Lead jammer.
Wow, Ruby Slipper at the top of the apex, taking flight and picking up 5 points.
Do not mess with me, toying with Sharpshooter at the back of that pack.
Little bit of offense coming from the outside to the end. That was Donut Mess With Me, trying to open everything up and get the jammer free to pick up a few more points.
More great offense also coming from Sloth Mode, playing what I like to call hand grenade offense, which is just getting in the middle of a wall or tripod and blowing the whole thing up.
Just in there to mess things up, ruin everybody's day. 18 points now separate these two teams. We are going to start this next jam in a power jam, and once again, you're going to see Rainy Madness on the line.
Madness means that you mean misdemeanor again.
Wow, they're doing a really nice job defensively, holding on to Rainy Madness.
Great power jam slaughter by the Riveters. Awesome awareness also. They're managing to stave off even the offense that's trying to destroy that wall.
Multiplayer block being called. Mercury's going to head to the penalty box due to that infraction.
Lead jammer status is still available. A minute off the clock. Oh, and it is a track cut called against Sharpshooter.
And a track cut being called against Rainy Madness. It's now a race to the penalty box. He who or I should say she who sits first will be the first released.
First jam without a lead.
This is the first jam thus far without a lead assignment. It's going to go the rest of the 34 seconds. Hopefully, some points will be scored.
Maybe not.
Amazing defense coming from both sides. Swing and a miss. Sharpshooter caught the draft of that hit.
I think it's safe to say she hit the target.
Safe to say.
Nice glide to the outside. Excellent lateral movement. All 5 fingers are in the air.
Dare I say the hardest fought for 5 points in 2 minutes we've seen so far. Dare I say.
Oh, you may dare.
I dare you. Trickster out there on the line. Will be going up against Demon Speed. There will be a slight pack advantage for the Little Red Riveters. Trickster, of course, getting her running start way back at the top of the apex over here.
Demon Speed out through that center lead jammer, Death Scar.
Trickster still trying to fight her way through. Kid Vicious with a walloping blow in turn 2. Drops her. Trickster gets up, though, and weaves around to get out of that pack. With 19 minutes left in this game, Death Scar Derby Droids still holding on to that narrow margin of a lead.
Coming up on February 10th, the 13th annual Anti-Valentine's Day Party at the Eco Trust Building. It is a fun fundraiser for the Heartless Heathers.
Do your part to fight VD. Mercury is off the line for the Riveters up against Ruby Slippers for Death Scar. And it is Ruby out, lead jammer.
Looks like Mercury might have stepped out of bounds. She ran to the outside, which was kind of mind-blowing there, but she never got a call. So one way or another, she is safe. Stitch picking up, I believe, a multiplayer block. 5 points being put on the board for Ruby Slippers. Mercury is now through the pack on her initial pass.
A whittling down of both sides of blockers. Donut Mess with Me catching just the slightest bit of Mercury.
Three points put on the board. 3 more points, I should say, being put on the board for the Death Scar Derby Droids. They are now up to 156 over the top of the Riveters at 132.
Can't get enough of the High Rollers. Their next matchup is against the Guns N' Rollers on February 16th.
Rainy Madness and Trickster again on the line. Trickster with a 2-wall blocking wall that she's got to try and get around. Spencer leveling her, though, in turn 1.
Nice offense coming from Full of Gore, trying to sweep that wall out of the way, but Spencer had just caught a piece.
Spencer getting an out-of-play call.
Wow.
3 points being picked up by Trickster. 3 points being picked up by the Death Scar Derby Droid Jammer.
The Heartless Heathers will face off against the Breakneck Betties for the first time in Season 13 on February 17th.
This is a team timeout being called by the Death Scar Derby Droids.
I think you said, my brain said 80 dribbling. 3-on-3 and the blocking war down on the track. Both jammers are out there. Miss Demeanor going to be your jammer for the Red Riveters. And you will be going up against Demon Speed. Misty Meter engaging that wall. It does come out on the other side on her initial, but Demon Speed is the lead jammer.
Demon Speed is so versatile with her movements. It really seems like she's committing so hard and fast in one direction. I think that's how she manages to shake up the wall and then kind of see where that weakness is and go charging full speed through. And slowly but surely, Death Scar is just eking out small handfuls of points at a time, making the lead a little bit higher with each jam.
27 points over the Riveters. Right now we're seeing Rubinator, first time at the line tonight, going up against Ruby Slippers. There's a lot of Ruby happening on the Jammer War. Wow, that was a tough fall by Ruby Slippers. She gets up and shakes it off.
30 seconds and made to feel every one of them.
Waiting in the back was Fulagora, who promptly knocked Ruby Slippers out of bounds and drug her back to turn 2.
Teamwork really making the dream work for the defensive line of Death Scar.
Back block being called on Ruby Slippers. This is going to go the full 2 minutes. Big Bang Theory thought she was going to take Rubinator out of the pounds, but that didn't work.
Who called that?
A little confusion as to why that jam might have ended prematurely.
But one way or another, we got another jam coming. It's going to start in a power jam. We got Trickster down on the line. All 4 blockers are on the track. The officials are reviewing something.
Perhaps rightfully so. All right, we have just under 14 minutes left. Who is here to show some support for the Little Red Riveters? Oh my gosh, Coach Spocker can't even hold back from that enthusiasm. Who's here to support the Death Scar Derby Droids? The Dark Force is strong in the room today. My goodness. Well, an equally matched fan base for a very equally matched team lineup today. It's great to be here.
There's only 30 points once again separating these two teams, and I've already said it once today, but I saw a 30-point jam last night, and so, I mean, it's very easy in the game of Derby to try and get back in this game. Even earlier in that first half, we saw the Riveters put up between 2 jams almost 30 points to get back in the first half.
You know what I love? I love so many things about this sport, but I love how quickly it evolves. I remember when penalties were cut from 1 minute to 30 seconds, and one of the motivations was fans being tired of seeing kind of blowout jams. If there's a power jam, oh my goodness, how can a team come back if you have a full minute to score points? And back then, I think the record was only around, I think it was 37 points for most points scored in a jam. And that was with minute penalties. But now we've evolved so quickly from it. Forgive me, my stats friend is telling me Scald Eagle held that record. Homegrown little Scald Eagle when she was just a baby chickling with 49 points. But now, with even 30 seconds in penalties, you're still seeing 30-plus point jams possible. So, change can be good. We are quick to adapt. Trickster jamming unopposed for the Riveters.
She is whistled as lead jammer. Rubinator trying to take her. Oh, excuse me. Kid Vicious trying to take her out in turn one as a last-ditch effort. But Trickster is out as your lead jammer.
And I think this is the first time the Riveters have had lead jam in eight jams.
Trickster puts her points up, calls off that jam. They're going to get a fresh squad out there.
That should be the name of our breakdancing crew.
Fresh
squad.
How do you know that wasn't my breakdance crew?
I just want to see pictures and video. Get the camcorder loaded. Showtime! Jamming for the Riveters, going up against Donut Mess With Me for the Death Scar. Speeding around the outside. Fastest grab for lead status by Donut Mess With Me today. Just about 5 seconds for that assignment.
Showtime getting knocked out of bounds. Big Bang Fury was the knocker. She's drug her all the way back to turn one. Out of play is called. Big Bang Fury engages. Oh, and look at that penalty.
It is a track cut infraction against lead jammer Donut Mess With Me. This jam will go the full 2 minutes, just a little bit over a minute on the jam clock. A whittled down wall of Death Scar. With only 2, they are still managing to do some damage to Showtime.
Kid Vicious did a nice job scraping some seconds off of any more of that scoring pass.
Kid Vicious and Stitch, quite the dynamic duo.
So far, Showtime putting up 10 points. She has Fulgora up front playing some offense. Fulgora opening up that can and allows Showtime to pick up another 5 points.
Fulgora is an offensive maniac. I'm loving what I'm seeing out there.
Wow, Big Bang Fury absolutely decimated Showtime. Wow, Showtime takes another hit. Forearm penalty going to be called on Kid Vicious. 4 more points put up. So, Showtime getting pummeled out there, picks up 19 points and brings this game within 13.
It is an official timeout, just making sure that those last moment penalty calls were being heard.
All right, this is going to get back underway. You're going to see Trickster down on the track going up against Demon Speed.
Three seconds. It took Demon Speed 3 seconds to grab Lee Jammer.
Trickster's now out of the pack on her initial pass.
Spencer wasting no time in just getting right in the middle of that wall of red.
Trickster glides around the outside in turn 2, picks up 4 points of her own. Oh, Trickster made it look good. I think she got her points, but she did step out of bounds and is going to have to go back.
Trickster charging through that wall of Droid.
Four more points being put on the board for the Riveters. 4 more points for the Death Star Derby Droids. They did actually, the Death Star Derby Droids got 4 additional points because it was a 12-on-8.
$18 separating these two teams. Sharpshooter jams for the Riveters up against Ruby Slippers for the Death Scar.
Oh, Sharpshooter thought she was out, and that was Spencer who actually got a hold of her.
Deja vu. Again, great job by Fulagora seeing who the immediate threat is to her jammer, throwing just the slightest pick and freeing Sharpshooter.
Two points being picked up for the Riveters. 3 points being picked up by the Death Star Derby Droids.
Trickster winding up for the Riveters up against Demon Speed.
Trickster gets out of the pack, getting knocked around, and she's your lead jammer.
Great body positioning by Mercury, neutralizing those last 2 defenders.
Late call being called on number 17, Chickadee Revenge. She picked up, I believe, a low block and is going to get the extra minute for not complying with the referees.
Great hustle by Demon Speed. Was attempting a star pass, but realized with that much foot speed already working for her to just keep on keeping on.
5 points being picked up by Trickster. Sharpshooter on the line, going up against, I believe that's Donut Mess With Me, hiding back there. Wow, Spencer is so quick to drag that jammer back.
Demon Jockey playing a little bit of a bee in the bonnet offense. Started engaging the opponents long before her jammer had arrived. But just when they started to get really irritated with her, there was the jammer getting through, getting lead, scoring points, calling it off.
We got a 10-point game out on the track right now. Almost 5:50 left in this game. Not very many points separating these two teams. So I don't know, folks. Riveter fans, do you think they can pull this off with 10 points? So my Death Scar fans, do you think they can hold on to this lead?
The Screechers have it. Trickster jams for the Riveters and is out. Lead jammer. This is the 3rd straight lead jam for the Riveters.
Big Bang Fury trying to slow her down, unable to hold on.
Spinning
Trickster
around that inside. 5 points picked up for Trickster.
Nice call off. It should, oh well, all right. 2 points being picked up for the Death Scar, and now we've got, what is that, 7 points now separating these teams?
Only lucky number 7 points. The Riveters finding a 2-jammer rotation in the last few jams as the answer to their success. Sharpshooter proving it accurate. Lead jammer.
Well, they got out first, but they did not clear the penalty box. There's still 2 blockers standing in the penalty box for the Riveters, 1 for the Death Scar Derby Droids.
Under 10 seconds will purge that penalty box, having everyone staying on the track. Again, even with the slendering down of packs in the last few minutes, it hasn't been for chippiness. We've stayed really focused. Just under 4 minutes of gameplay. Donut Mess With Me jams and is out first for the Death Scar lead jammer.
Trickster on 1 foot at the top of the apex is finally out on her initial. Donut Mess With Me takes a hit. The penalty box is cleared. 4 points is put up. 12 points separate these teams.
Donut Mess With Me sort of hitched her wagon to the wagon train that was Big Bang Fury playing Mama Bear. This is a team timeout that was called by the Death Scar Derby Droids with just over 3 minutes left on the game clock. We are all returning to the track with full rostered strength, 5-on-5. Sharpshooter wears the star for the Riveters up against Ruby Slippers for Death Scar.
Ruby Slippers jerks her way around, finally makes it to the inside line and pops out as your lead jammer. Sharpshooter finally found an opening also on the inside and in that straightaway.
Great protection by the Riveters on that outside.
12 points now separating these two teams. Score is 194-182. 2.5 minutes left to go. Well, as I say that, once again, the refs love to prove me wrong. It is now 15 points separating these two teams.
Riveters with a slight blocker advantage, and that is what they needed. Trickster is out, lead jammer. Fantastic defense by the Riveters line. The true battle is with the clock at this moment.
3 points being put on the board. Minute and 46 seconds left. Sharpshooter on the line. Ruby Slippers is joining her for these two teams. Sharpshooter finds an open lane. You've got to hold down that center aisle.
Beautiful last-ditch absorption by the Riveters defensive line. now playing super tight defense, building a brick wall.
Oh, Ruby Slippers got tripped up on Kid Vicious and ended up out of bounds.
Oh, Kid Vicious saying, yeah, that was me. Join me all the way back here. Great job by Ruby Slippers charging full speed into showtime. All right, yes, indeed, we are in a team timeout.
Whew. 7 points now separate these two teams. We have 20 seconds on the board. The penalty box has 1 player in it from the Death Guard Derby Droids. You're going to see Trickster, who has been pretty much doing every other jam out here.
All right, again, just about 20 seconds left of the regular game clock. I'm guessing this is going to be the last jam. If you feel stable on your feet, this is the one you should be getting up out of your seats for.
Trickster trying to muscle her way out through on the inside line. Big Bang Fury is locking it down. Oh, my goodness. That was a huge hit by Big Bang Fury.
That was like some anglerfish action. It looked like it was open on the inside. Big Bang baited it and knocked it down. This is some of the tightest tea we've seen so far. It is Do Not Mess With Me out as lead jammer. And friends, that is a game. We have the unofficial score. Please do wait before hitting the track till the scoreboard says final. And that is a game with the final score 197 to 190. The Death Scar Derby Droids are victorious. All right, Droids, hit the track for your victory lap. Congratulations.
Hey, Riveters, why don't you share the love? Go ahead and take a lap, too.
And the Riveters hit the track! amazing.
Well, it has been a fantastic day full of awesome Derby. We're going to do the MVPs here in just a real brief second.
See, look, they're actually putting their heads together for it. It's amazing. All right, maybe you want to check in with the victors of the game. Droids, have you selected your MVPs? Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
These are for me. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so how are you doing? I'm doing all right. All right, we are going to do for the Little Red Rivers. Who is your MVP blocker?
Nolan. Nolan.
Oh, Nolan, there you go. And MVP jammer?
We have Shooter.
Shooter.
All right, now who have you selected for MVP blocker?
Stitch.
Stitch. Surprise! And MVP jammer, who have you selected?
Ruby Slippers.
Ruby Slippers! That is amazing. Congratulations. MVPs, if you would like to step into the center for a quick photo, and then we will invite everyone to take a quick photo. And I will say thank you so much to every one of you for being here today. This is the most fun way to spend a Sunday afternoon. We would not have wanted to do it without you. We are so grateful for all that you do in supporting Junior Derby, the future of Derby. You have seen it here first. And we say thank you so much again for your continued support. We will see you all soon.